video is going to be a makeup tutorial for prom, because prom is upcoming. I don't have prom, but I know other people do. I think personally the main thing with prom makeup that you need to focus on is photos. I've put in the products which I believe will help the most with photos, and I've taken some flash photos with it so you can see what it looks like. Let me know what other makeup tutorials you'd like me to do for prom, because I will do a few of these as I am revising, as exams are soon. My mock exams in order to get into uni are very soon. Those are probably going to be the main things I'm going to be uploading from now till about June. I will upload obviously other little things in between, but I won't upload so often. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Let's get on with it. This might seem pretty random to you guys, but my friends Halil and Alan asked for a shout out with this music and this picture. So here you are guys, I hope you like it. So to prime my eyes, I'm just using Heaven by Too Faced from the matte palette, and I'm just applying this as my base colour. Then using this brown shade from the Bellissima palette from NARS, I'm just putting this as my transition shade in my crease, then just blending out quickly. And now using my Pro palette from MAC, I'm using Foley, which is this kind of maroon kind of shade. I really like it, and I'm just using this MAC brush, and I'm just putting it into my crease slightly. And as you can see, I'm kind of just drawing an outline or a vague idea of where I'm going to be applying the top eyeshadow in comparison to the glitter. And so I'm just using the flat shader brush from MAC, and I'm also just defining it a little bit more. I know it is very messy and it probably doesn't look incredible right now, but it will soon, don't worry about it. And then I'm just putting tape under my eye just to line up and make sure that I will be all lined up for the liner. And then I'm using Cranberry by MAC and a Sigma blending brush, and I'm just putting this in my crease, and this is the bit where it all connects together. I know the other bit before was very messy, and if you do this look yourself and it comes out quite messy at the start, don't you worry about that, because it will end up being neater once you blend the cranberry shade into it. And then just to define the area where I'm going to put the glitter on, I decided to put some more white eyeshadow. Then using the MAC 242 Duo Lash Glue and MAC Platinum Glitter, I'm just applying this all over my eyelid. I'm just putting the glue for starters on the areas where I'm needing it. I don't put it too thick, don't put it too thin either, because otherwise it will dry way too quick and you won't actually be able to apply any more glitter. But with this, it's very trial and error. So as you can see, I just put the glue on, I put it onto my eye, and then after a while I actually realised that it was a little bit too short-lived, you could say, on the lid. I just put it a little bit too low down for my liking. So what I did is I just applied a bit more glue on top, and I tried again. And here you can see I'm doing it for the next eye. What I would actually recommend is getting MAC Mixing Medium, or I think that's what it's called. I'll link it down below. That's so much better for this. I only got a sample of that, but it completely ran out because I used it for Ellie's makeup that I did on the weekend, and this is all I had left. But remember, you can just use Duo Lash Glue as well, because this is the cheaper option. As you can probably tell, you can use any sort of lash glue, but just make sure it dries clear. And as you can see, I'm just kind of tidying up the top area, because the tape is really holding in the parts where underneath my eye, and that's the bit what will make it very sharp. But from the top of my eye, it can get a little bit messier, not too messy, but I want it to be very precise. So as you can see, I'm just applying a little bit more into the eyelid just to make it exactly the same shape as the other eye, and as you can see, it works out in the end. And then I'm just using Cranberry again by MAC, and I'm just using the shader brush once again, just to add a little bit more colour into the crease. I done this also with Sexpresso and the flat shader brush because I wanted to add a bit more depth to it. Otherwise, to me, it just looks a little bit too light, and I like it to be slightly contrasting to the glitter that is on the eye beforehand. And then as you can see, I'm just going to be blending this out a little bit more, not too much. I do want it to look defined. Then I'm just removing the tape. As you can see, it did go a little bit over, but that's fine. You could just use a little bit of wipes, and this is the area where you have to tidy up. There is going to be a lot of fallout with glitter, and that's a given. You just have to spend a little bit more time tidying up than usual eyeshadow. Then just putting some eyeliner on. It did take a while, this bit. I'm not going to lie to you, it does take a long time, and I had to end up using 2 different eyeliners in one just to make sure it actually applies over the glitter, because it can be really difficult to do. Don't use gel liner, that doesn't work as well, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Then just curling my eyelashes, putting a little bit of mascara on. I don't want it to be too much because otherwise I feel like you can really see it underneath the eyelashes. So this is me applying them. I like to use the eyelash applicator and then just some tweezers just to pull them together a little bit more. What I would say here is just to use a photo ready primer. I recommend a Smashbox one because I had it for my prom and it was really good. I don't have any left so I can't use it, but here is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. This is also good for photos. That's my shade, by the way, if you're the same skin colour as me. And I'm just actually quite a lot I'm putting on my face, as you can tell. I think it's quite important to put a fair amount on. You don't want to put too little, but you don't want to put too much. But the thing I like about this foundation is that I feel like you can't really do too much. I haven't used it as much as I'd like, but so far so good, and I'd recommend it. Here's also the full cover concealer from Makeup Forever. This goes really nicely with the foundation. I like to put this under my eye because with photos, I think the best thing, in my opinion, is to have glowing under eyes. Not too much, but to cover up certain things, this is the best concealer. Not just for under eyes, but for any blemishes. It's also liquid, so it won't cake up on your face and you won't feel really conscious about it later on in the night, because that's not good. Then I'm using some cream contour. This is the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Chestnut. I don't actually like this sometimes. I find it really annoying and really difficult to apply. I do really like powder contouring, really. I just think it's a lot better, a lot easier, but if it's for an event like this, I don't mind putting in the effort and putting on cream contour and everything. So as you can see, I'm just blending it in and then putting some highlight on. I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly. This is a very light shade. I know in the summer I will never be able to use this. I'm only able to get away with it under my eyes and nowhere else. I don't really put it on blemishes. I just highlight underneath my contour. I put it on my chin, my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and also just on my forehead area. That's a lot of it. As you can see, I probably shouldn't have put so much, but oh well, that's fine with me. And then I'm just blending it in with a beauty blender because beauty blenders, there are no marks with it. I find when blending concealer, you need to use beauty blenders. Then I'm also using the Ben Nye Banana Powder. This is a godsend, and I'm just putting it onto my under eye. Then I'm just doing my eyebrows. I just turned it off because I couldn't bother to show you and the camera kept cutting out. Then I'm just using the Morphe G7 brush, blending it out. Then I'm using my powder brush from Real Techniques and also the Hoola bronzer. I think this is just such an amazing powder. I would recommend it to everyone. Then I'm contouring with it. I'm just adding it onto the creamy contour that I've put before. As you can see, I think this kind of does it by itself. I don't really need the cream contour. So if you don't have enough money in your pocket, just buy the Hoola or even a Rimmel bronzing powder. Those are still good too. I'm just adding a little bit more as I go. I feel like with contouring with powder, it's really easy to make mistakes because you can just edit it out with a little blending brush. And then I'm just using Soft and Gentle highlighter. Again, this is great for photos. I'm just putting this on with a Smashbox fan brush, and then I'm applying it just to the side of my face. I think it's called the temple, and I'm applying a lot of it. I want to glow, and then I'm putting on my tip of my nose and also my cupid's bow. Then I'm using Albatross by NARS. I think these two highlighters are just godly together. They are so beautiful. Then for the lips now, last bit, I'm just scrubbing them with the Lush lip scrub and a little bit of MAC conditioner. Really brushing a lot of it off though. Then applying MAC's Subculture lip liner, putting that onto my lips, and also applying my MAC lipstick in Yash. That is just beautiful. I love it so much, and it suits so many different shades of skin. And then I'm putting on some lighter nude lip liner and also some translucent powder just to make it extra matte. I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. Please let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like to see next. Bye!